Hello children, welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to continue the chapter life process. The topic going to be covered is transportation. Okay, let us study in detail. So the transportation in human beings. You know, in your body, so the circulatory system, it consists of arteries, veins, capillaries and heart. And the fluid flowing inside, you call that as blood. Okay, so the blood, what is the purpose, what is the functions of blood? So it transports food, oxygen and waste products. Apart from that, it transports other materials also, hormones, waste products. Okay, and it maintains your body temperature also uniformly throughout the body. So when you see the components of blood, plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets, okay, it is present. So when you see the plasma, it transports food, water, carbon dioxide, waste, all the things it is transported by plasma. Then the red blood cells, it transports mainly oxygen. So white blood cells, what do? It protects your body by killing the harmful microbes. And platelets, it helps in clotting of blood. It prevents loss of blood during injury. Okay. These are the different functions of components of blood. It can be asked in 1 mark, 2 mark questions and all. Okay children, you study thoroughly. So next let us see regarding arteries, veins and capillaries. Sometimes the differences between arteries, veins and capillaries can be asked for you. So arteries, what do? They carry pure blood from the heart to all parts of the body. But actually all arteries are not carrying pure blood. There is exceptions also. Pulmonary artery, maybe it's artery, but it carries no impure, deoxygenated blood. Okay, so here the arteries are thick walled. They do not have valves. Veins also the same way. They carry the blood from all parts of the body to heart. Okay, so the same way, maybe it is written impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood. Once again, the pulmonary vein, maybe it's vein, but it carry the oxygenated or pure blood. Okay, so here the pulmonary artery is the exception. So here pulmonary vein is coming under exception. So when you observe, this all veins are thin walled, and all of them they have valves. So capillaries, they are very thin, narrow blood vessels, and it connects arteries and veins together. It is helpful for exchange of gases, okay, food, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, for all exchange. It is helpful. Capillaries are very thin blood vessels. Their blood very thin. Okay, that's why the exchange is possible. So now let us study regarding heart. It is the muscular organ. It pumps blood to all parts of the body. So it has 4 chambers in mammals and birds. But when you observe, there are 2 upper chambers and 2 lower chambers are there. Upper chambers you call that as atria, and lower chambers you call that as ventricle. They pump the blood to different parts of the body. The ventricles, mainly they pump the blood to different parts of the body. That's why the ventricles, they are thicker. The walls of ventricles are thicker than atria. Okay, and when you observe, the ventricles, auricles, all are separated by septum. Okay, the division you call that as septum. It prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. And there are valves are present also. The atria and ventricles, they have valves, and it prevents backflow of blood. Now let us see the diagram, you will understand. So here when you observe, these 2 are atrium, that is auricle, and this is ventricle. This is right atrium and right ventricle. This is left ventricle, left atrium. Can you observe? The walls of ventricles are thicker comparing to atrium. Okay, so here the blood flow, when you observe, this is superior vena cava and this is inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, it collects the deoxygenated blood from upper parts of the body. Inferior vena cava, it collects the deoxygenated blood from lower parts of the body. Okay, so deoxygenated blood will be there in atrium. I will show the other diagram. So here it is little bit colorful for you. So here it brings deoxygenated blood. So this is superior and this is inferior. It comes inside. Okay, and later the pulmonary vein, it brings the blood from lungs to left atrium. Okay, it brings the blood from pulmonary vein, no, it brings the blood from lungs to left atrium. It comes here. I already told you, maybe it's known as vein, but it brings oxygenated blood. So this side oxygenated blood, this side deoxygenated blood will be there. Then later the atrium contracts. When it contracts, the blood is pumped here. From right atrium, the blood will come to right ventricle. From left atrium, it will come to left ventricle. Okay, so now the left and right ventricle is filled by blood. Now these are the valves. It prevents the backflow of blood. So once the blood has come inside, means it cannot go back. Then from here, okay, when both of this ventricle, when it contracts, so the left ventricle, it pumps the blood through aorta to all parts of the body, because this side fully oxygenated blood, this side fully deoxygenated blood. And when here the right ventricle, when it contracts, it's through pulmonary artery, it sends no blood to lungs for purification. I already told you, maybe it is known as artery, but it carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, so actually artery means it starts from the heart and ends in organs. Veins means it starts from the organs and ends in heart. Okay, so that is the proper definition if you want to tell. So can you see the blood flow here? So this side fully oxygenated, so red color has been shown. This side fully deoxygenated, so it has been shown in blue color. Okay, can you see the blood comes here and later it is pumped to lungs for purification, and from the lungs it is purified blood. It reaches here and it is through aorta, it pumped to various parts of the body, upper and lower parts. Then from the lower parts, the inferior vena cava collects the blood. Upper one, the superior vena cava collects and brings. Okay children, so one side fully, there are, when you observe, no, in a single cycle there will be flow of two. That is, when you observe here, in a blood flows through the heart twice in one cycle. One side fully oxygenated and other side fully of deoxygenated blood. So that's why this one you call that as double circulation. So what I explained only, it is written here children, you can go through that. So why the blood, no, in these human beings or in birds and mammals it is known as, so double circulation means you can write like this. Next let us study regarding lymph. Okay, lymph is a colorless fluid. It is present in the intercellular spaces. In between the cell spaces we can observe, no, this lymph. It is formed from the plasma and it escapes from the capillaries. Means the capillaries, the squeezes, when it reaches due to pressure, no, the some amount of fluid, it flows, it comes out from the capillaries and it reaches the tissue spaces, intercellular spaces. That is lymph. The lymph, no, then later it has been collected by lymphatic capillaries. Okay, and later it joins to veins. It does not enter inside heart directly. So the lymph will be, no, carried back to the veins, and through the vein it is, no, once again given back to the heart. Okay, so the lymph, what is the purpose of lymph? It transports the digested fats and it drains the excess fluids. Okay, so the fluid what is coming out, it has to be returned back. From the capillaries it comes out, then later it has to be returned back. So how is it returned back? By means of lymphatic capillaries and lymphatic vessels. And it returned back to veins. Okay, so it contains lymphocytes and it kills the germs. That's why it protects your body. So now different hearts of mammals, birds and amphibians, okay, reptiles and fishes, it has been shown here. So when you observe, no, in the case of mammals when you observe, it is 4-chambered heart. It is 4-chambered, means the atrium is also, it is divided by septum, ventricle also divided by septum, and there is no mixing up of blood. When you observe amphibians and all, no, reptiles and all, they have 3-chambered heart. The atrium, it has been divided into 2, but ventricles, there is mixing of blood. But in crocodiles, when you observe, they show 4-chambered heart. In fishes, only 2 chambers, one atrium and one ventricle. Okay, in the case of evolution, higher animals, they show, no, 4 chambers. Okay, and lowly evolved organism, it shows 2-chambered and later, so 3-chamber, then four chambered. Okay, children. So today we are concluding up to this. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.